You look gorgeous, wow, gorgeous, wow.
One thing I've realized from working with so many clients and teaching master classes is that women don't struggle with their makeup because they're not good at it. They struggle because they have so many unanswered questions. So today I'm here to answer 5 of those, a lot of questions that I get all the time, and simple ways to approach them. So I've gathered about 5 questions, like I mentioned, that I want to answer. So I always get people who ask me questions around how do I avoid smile lines. If you don't know, smile lines is when you smile and then get lines either around your under eye or around your face, like your cheeks, I guess, next to your lip area, and it's caused by smiling, right? So I would honestly say that use a less concealer around the under eye to avoid smile lines. Use literally the less concealer that you can, as long as the goal is to make your eye more flat or cover up any dark areas around the under eye. But have in mind that you also want to use a bit more less product so that it will be easy for you to blend it, and also doesn't crease to a point that you see those lines, right? Another thing is that I would suggest that you use minimal powder, because when you use minimal powder, you're able to blend it well, but also even if, let's say, the smile lines do appear, they're not as pronounced as they would be if you have a lot of product, cakey under eye powder, right? And I would also say this to be a priority, which is what we teach at Face Value 5, which is number 1, hydration. I would always say moisturize your under eye. There are creams now for moisturizing under eye area and your face overall, but I would say use a lot of products such as hydrating or moisturizing products that will give your under eye or face a bit of moisture, so that when you go on with the cream products, the products, they blend really well, they sink in well, everything absorbs beautifully, and when you pack those layers, you pack it on such a beautiful moisturized surface. Number 2, why does makeup give flashbacks? If you don't know what flashbacks are, it's when you take, a picture of yourself with a back camera, and then you take a picture with a flash on, and your face gives like a bit of powdery elements or gray finishes around your face. It's because you have applied a lot of powders, I would say, or you've applied products that have high SPF, right? Reason why is a lot of SPF on your skin is not good is because they have a lot of formulations in it, but now it becomes so pronounced if you apply a lot of it on your face when you have makeup on, build a lot of cream layers and powdery layers, and then it starts showing and it sort of like shows as a product that oxidizes on your face, and it's just that you applied a little bit more SPF. I know there are foundations nowadays where they do contain SPF, but I think they have a little bit of I would say a little bit of that ingredient on the product, So let's say if you're applying it yourself, and let's say you used to putting a lot of SPF because that girl likes to look, I don't know, I love using a lot of SPF, especially when I want to have that silk finish, a very luminous finish. But when I need to do my makeup, sometimes I even skip putting my SPF because I avoid having a lot of that grayish element in my makeup. Right, so yes, use less of SPF product and use less of light powders, so that it does not show on camera, and just focus on blending your makeup to have different dimensions. For instance, the contour must be pronounced nicely, the bronzer must be pronounced nicely, but the lighter area should be the T-zone. But also the T-zone, you must understand where exactly, so around the under eye and your chin and your forehead, but also use pressed powder after translucent powder, so that white element in your face, it's not as pronounced. Use setting spray and setting mist to make sure that you bring back your natural color, your natural complexion out after makeup. And then the best way to test this, if it works, is to take pictures of yourself before an event. Take pictures of yourself with a flash with different angles, and see if you need to, you still need to blend a bit more. You still need to use a little more pressed powder to make sure everything looks good. Otherwise, it's a problem that is fixable. So make sure that you do the taking of the pictures before you leave the house. Number 3. Number 3 is, how do I achieve a dewy look without looking oily? I think I had a session with Tamia, and she was also someone saying that she loves a dewy makeup look, but she doesn't want to look oily overall. I would say the goal of having a dewy look, let the sharp points in your face be dewy. Let's say the cheekbone. As you can see, sometimes using a bronzer or highlighter helps with the dewiness. It brings about the shimmery color in it, the shiny color effect in it. So use your bronzer or your highlighter. And then on your forehead, it must be a little center, but the middle of the forehead, just that right now I have like, my hair is literally in front. So use a little bit of more, like let's say shimmer as well, and your chin as well as your tip of your nose. And then I always say use a lot of like cream products, not a lot, but like use more cream products compared to powder products. And then use powder where you need to sort of like make your under eye flat, which is your under eye, your forehead, and your chin as well. But have pointers where you want them to not be as powdery. So you need to know where exactly do you want your powder to occur and when do I want your shines to occur. But usually, if you need your makeup to shine, let it shine outside the areas of your face instead of the inner corners or inner parts of your face. You know, I hope that makes sense. And another thing, I think I have pointers here. So another thing also, powders, you use cream products as I mentioned, and you use less powders on the T-zone area. That will just help you to control the shine. Number 4, my eyes water. How do I keep my makeup intact? You know, when it comes to watery eyes, it could one be that you're using a lot of products, powder products, and they come in your eye. I know that feeling because if you use, let's say, a beauty blender or a powder brush and you literally put powder unaware without even looking up, without even the right technique, then you are going to put the product inside your eye. It can turn your eye red because your eye is sensitive. Everyone's eyes are sensitive actually. So you could cry, you could be affected by a product. Remember, makeup is products after all. They are done by certain ingredients, and the minute they go inside your eye, they can make your eye a bit watery. Another thing is that if you are someone who's uncomfortable with makeup or uncomfortable with touching your under eye or your eye area, then you need to be using less makeup around those areas and making sure that you don't put products directly on your water lines. You slightly move away from the water lines and be cautious when applying makeup. So what's another point? But let's say you do cry now. You are crying. Your makeup is already done. Swazi, what do I do? So basically, I would suggest that you use an earbud, right? Let's say you're crying. Your makeup is beautiful, but now your eyes are teary and you feel like you're still crying and you don't, obviously it's ruining your makeup because makeup is makeup after all. Use a earbud to remove where, let's say, your tears touched the most. Remove with the earbud and then use a setting spray to spray that area, or use a earbud again that is applied with the setting spray. Go back to that area, just make it more, I would say, set it a little bit more, and then go back to a foundation, a concealer, and reapply it, and then put translucent powder, and then put pressed powder, and then set your makeup again and see if that would change. Another thing you must be very cautious about is that use product with waterproof. This is now your mascara and eyeliner that will make sure that your makeup is not, coming off when you cry. And also when you use a lot of like holding spray, like a mist spray that holds your makeup, it does also prevent your makeup being ruined because of you crying. Okay. Do I have any other pointers around that area? No, I don't. So, and also I would say when it comes to your eyes, avoid heavy layers. When it comes to makeup, avoid heavy layers under your eye, also with your eyelids. Avoid heavy layers, and also with the cream, not the cream product, but like a concealer when highlighting your eyebrows. Avoid a lot of like product around there, because not only it could potentially make you cry, but like it can also make your makeup crease a lot. And you spend, actually, when you apply a lot of makeup, guys, I don't know if you also know what I'm about to say. You spend so much time blending. You blend for a while. And you don't want that, because the more you blend, the more there's a slight chance of you removing your makeup, especially if you're not as a not as good at it as yet. Or I don't want to say not a pro, because I mean, I wouldn't be teaching you guys if you guys were not makeup artists. So I'm assuming that you guys are people who want to be, upgrade the skill of makeup artistry, and you want to learn, you want to rectify things that you see are, still yet a mistake or concerns when it comes to doing your own makeup. Then I feel like this is such a valuable thing to know when it comes to doing your eyes or when packing in layers of makeup, right? So I won't lie, less is more when it comes to makeup. And the more you do that, the better you become at it. So practice, practice, practice all the time. Number 5, why doesn't my makeup last all day? I would say that your first foundation starts with skin prep. So the reason why your makeup wouldn't last that much is because you have not done the skin prep well, or you skip that process of making sure the skin prep is done, right? So do your skin prep, make sure that you moisturize your skin. Even if oily skin, I think a lot of people who have oily skin like making the mistake of saying, no, I have an oily skin, so I'll just throw in one product and I'll be fine, or just one primer, I'll be fine. I personally say hydrate your skin. They are water-based hydrating moisturizer. They are like oil-based kind of moisturizers for people who have dry skin. So number 1, understand your skin tone, understand your skin type, undertone, and then every selection of your makeup range from skin prep to makeup should be guided by those information. And yeah, skin prep is very important to make sure your makeup is intact for the full day, and prepping right is important. Someone who has a dry skin preps way too differently from someone who has a oily skin tone. So number 1, that. 2, less is more. Again, yeah, I think once again, less is more. So when you have a lot of makeup on your skin, most especially if they're not blended or layered right, they start obviously getting a bit more oily, or they're not set well. They will start to like moving around your face, and then you pack with powders on top, and then it becomes a huge mess, right? And let's say you've applied a lot of makeup, it's a summer day, you are literally outside in the sun, your makeup starts, becoming more oily, and it gets to a point that it's not even fixable. The best thing you could do at that moment is to remove it and reapply it, and you don't want that during the process of an event or during the process of a very important day to your, an occasion or your graduation. You don't want to find yourself feeling like you're not enjoying your day because your makeup nai mover, or it's just, coming off. You don't want that. So the best thing is how you layer makeup is very important. Practice how you layer makeup. And I would ultimately say understand your face so well that when packing makeup on top of your skin, you pack really well. Understand where you need to make your makeup more pronounced. For instance, I personally don't like pronouncing my cheekbones because my cheekbones are there, right? Let's say you don't have cheekbones, then obviously you want to have cheekbones, you want to recreate them. So obviously your contouring is a very important part in your makeup. But now, you also someone that does not have other problems, if I may say it's a problem, that means you don't have to do other things as intensely as well. So just know what is your desired makeup look, and then know exactly how to layer properly. And yeah, and then most important thing, you're holding spray. Mist, the setting mist, which is really, really bit different from a setting spray, because the setting spray is more like a water-based kind of product, whereas a mist has a mist in it, but it's just really there for holding your makeup to last really long. So invest in good products, I would say, not necessarily good in terms of the pricing, but good products that are really good in terms of how they perform when applied. And yeah, I do a lot of recommendations on my Instagram and TikTok and now YouTube and Face Value platform. So do watch out on products that we will review. We're actually restarting like a reviewing products soon, and we'll do review products that are really great for makeup longevity, products that are really good for sensitive skin, because I'm also someone that struggles a lot with makeup that is foundation, to be specific, that is for sensitive skin. And then what else? Makeup that is good for everyday use, guys, to be honest, because we don't have so much time to be fighting with the product. We want makeup that is easy to absorb, easy to use, easy to blend. Yes, there are some concealers where when you blend, it's not blending with you. It is instead getting a bit more dry, and you have to reapply and. But again, another thing that I really recommend for you guys to do is to watch a lot of our one-on-one videos and also participate and come to our master classes, because we do have monthly classes where we have like a group of 10 maximum, 15, 10 maximum of ladies, working women, we call them. These classes really conduct these concerns and try to approach them in the most easy, simple way. And we have these classes monthly, starting on soon on the 21st of March. So please watch out on our platforms and our newsletters and check what we have or when are the dates, next dates for our classes. And yeah, let me see if I'm not leaving anything behind. But also, again, at face value, we are not teaching trends. We're not teaching really different looks, but we teach here as the best way to do your makeup and in the most easy ways, convenient ways, assuming that everyone who's watching right now is someone who is a working woman, stay-at-home mom, new professional, someone who loves going to events, brunches or weddings, travels a lot. This is another thing I feel like is face value is very important for. It's for travelers. If you travel, I mean, you can't go with your makeup artist all the time or get the right makeup artist wherever you're going. You don't want the struggle of like, oh my God, I want to look good, but like, I don't know how to do my makeup. It's important to know how to do your makeup, girls. Like, please don't get it twisted. Don't get it wrong. It's actually important to do your makeup. Makeup is a tool to give you a lot of confidence, boost your confidence, make you feel good, make you feel nice, polished, represented, and presentable. And yeah, so that's why we're here. We don't teach trends. Like again, makeup has no boundaries. Makeup has no rules. It's free. You can just exercise it and do it however you would like to do it. So in closing, I hope you actually enjoyed this episode. I also enjoyed what we've shared. And if you also someone who struggles a lot with what I've mentioned, I hope these tips kind of helped. If you have more concerns, please do comment below and let me know what are the things that you feel like you're still struggling with, and we can share them on the next episode. That's from me today, Swazi, the host, professional makeup artist, and a beauty educator. Thank you for watching, and do comment and subscribe below, and I will see you next time.
Oh, you look gorgeous, man.